in the city. I don't want to abandon my horse either, and honestly Pete and May feel more like my parents than my real parents at this point. Update: I had a conversation with Pete and May, but they didn't really seem clear on many details either. First off, and probably the most important one, I asked them if they'd allow me to stay, and they told me they consider me their daughter so I can stay as long as I want. They'd love to have me around, so at least regardless of what happens, I at least will have a place to call home. Secondly, a lot of people mentioned that maybe my parents are on the run from the law or something else. I never even thought about that possibility. I guess it could be true, but I don't really know how to find out, though it's a bit of a scary thought. Thirdly, when Pete and May agreed to take me in, my parents apparently just said they'd go out of the country for a little while. Pete and May took me in under the condition that my parents would visit often, and they agreed, but we know how that went. Pete and May would often call my parents telling them to come visit because I needed my parents, but they never came. Pete and May eventually realized, after like 1 year, that there'd be a reasonable chance that my parents would not come back, despite the semi-regular contact they had with me, so they would raise me the best they could themselves. Asking about how my parents were when they were younger, apparently my parents have always been a bit strange. Very little sense of responsibility, never taking things seriously, always getting in trouble. Guess they didn't really grow out of that phase. This coming weekend I'm going to sit down with Pete to write a proper response to my parents because I don't think I'd be able to write a message without getting emotional. Hopefully once my parents read it things will go like I want them to go, because the more I read the replies here, the more unsure I am about what kind of people my parents actually are.